In today's video, we're going to be looking at every single ability Rogue can steal. First off is Hulk. 125 extra health and Gamma Burst attack. Next up is Doctor Strange. 125 extra health and she gets his shield ability. You can keep using it over and over and over up until the effect wears off. Next is Captain America. It's 125 extra health, no ability. Next up is Groot. 125 extra health, and she can place the Ironwood Wall. Looks like you can retrieve it too, but once you retrieve it, the ability goes away. You can change the angle of it still, and you do not get the passive where you're unstoppable. Next up is Venom. You get 125 extra health, and you actually get his cellular corrosion ability. Next up is Magneto. You get the Iron Bulwark ability, which you can use to bubble yourself. It does not seem like you can bubble teammates with it. Next up is Thor. You get 125 extra health, and you get to use his Awakening Rune ability, which is actually pretty good. Probably one of the best things you can get with Rogue. Then we have Penny Parker. You get 125 extra health, but you do not get any ability, probably because she's wearing a suit. Next up is Thing. You get 125 extra health, and looks like you get his damage reduction ability. Pretty cool. Emma Frost. Guess what ability we get? We get 125 extra health and diamond form. It doesn't seem like you can grab or anything with it. I imagine you just get damage reduction and you become unstoppable. Next up we have Angela. You get 125 extra health and you don't get any ability. Then we have Rogue herself. 125 extra health, no ability. Now we're going to move on to Duelist. Next up we have Punisher. You get a damage buff, no ability. Next up we have Storm. You get damage buff and you get Goddess Boost, which you can use to speed boost allies or switch to damage to trigger lightning strikes on nearby enemies. Next up we have Hawkeye. With Hawkeye, you get a damage buff, but no ability. Next up, you get HELA. HELA gives you a damage buff, and you can use Soul Drainer. Now we have Black Panther. All you get is a damage buff, but no ability. Next up is MAGIK. You get a damage buff, and you get her Stepping Disc, which you can use again to use Demon's Rage. You don't get bonus health, though, it would seem. Next, we have Moon Knight. Moon Knight gives you damage buff, but no extra ability. Next, we have Squirrel Girl. Grabbing Squirrel Girl gives you a damage buff and tail bound. Looks like you only get to use it once. Now we have Black Widow. Grabbing Black Widow gives you a damage buff, but no extra ability. Now we have Iron Man. Grabbing Iron Man gives you a damage buff, but no extra ability. Next, we have Spider-Man. Grabbing Spider-Man gives you a damage buff and his uppercut. Next, we have Wanda. Grabbing Wanda gives you a damage buff and her stun ability, which works different now. Now we have Winter Soldier. Grabbing Winter Soldier gives you a damage buff, but no extra ability. Now we have Star-Lord. Grabbing Star-Lord gives you a damage buff, but no extra ability. Now we have Namor. Grabbing Namor gives you a damage buff and the ability to throw squids. Squids attack whoever is closest, I guess. Now we have PSYLOCKE. Grabbing PSYLOCKE gives you a damage buff and her invisibility. Next up, we have Wolverine. Grabbing Wolverine gives you a damage buff, Adamantium Spirit, which reduces damage, and you get a second ability. If your health drops to 0, which we're going to try to do here. Oh, okay. It's important to note that his self-regen is not a passive with Rogue. You have to activate the ability. Yeah, you have to activate the ability, and if your health hits 0, then you get the extra bonus health. Like the whole second life thing with Wolverine. Okay, now we have Iron Fist. With Iron Fist, you get damage buff, and then you get access to this ability where you get to regen your health and gain extra bonus health. Next up is Mr. Fantastic. You get a damage buff, but no extra ability. Next up is Human Torch. You get a damage buff and you get to create this triangle of fire, which damages anything inside. Yeah, I've been doing some testing, and it looks like the fire always starts from the center, wherever you're standing. Next up is Phoenix. You get a damage buff, and you get access to psionic detonation, which stuns enemies and slows them with the next 2 hits. Next up is Blade. You get a damage buff, and you get access to his awakening mode, his vampire mode. It doesn't seem like you get any more attack speed though. It seems like all it does is increase your movement speed. Looks like you can only activate it 1 time. If you activate it again, it goes on cooldown. Next up is Daredevil. Not only do you get a damage buff, but it also looks like you can get the movement speed, damage reduction, and if you dash toward targets, take them out, you get a reset on the ability to dash. So that seems pretty good. Now we're moving on to Strategist. Grabbing a Strategist gives you healing over time as a passive, and you get an ability from Loki, which is his regeneration runes, I believe. Pretty cool. So any damage done in that just does healing. Next up, we have Mantis. Grabbing Mantis does healing over time, the Strategist passive, and you get access to her sleep ability. Next, we have Rocket Raccoon. Grabbing Rocket gives you the Strategist passive, healing over time, but no ability. Next up is Cloak and Dagger. You get the healing over time effect, and you get access to the healing bubble that heals you over time, and you get increased healing. And you can also grab Cloak, which when you do this, you actually get a different ability. You get Terror Cape, which lets you do extra damage. Next up is Luna Snow. Grabbing Luna, you get healing over time, and you get her ice ability, where you get to freeze people. Next up is Adam Warlock. Grabbing Adam gives you healing over time, and you also get the Soul Bond effect, which lasts just as long as the ability. Next, we have Jeff the Land Shark. Grabbing Jeff gives you healing over time, and you also get access to healing bubbles. The healing bubbles will stay even after your ability with Jeff runs out. Next up, we have Invisible Woman. Invisible Woman gives you healing over time, and you get access to her psionic push and pull. Next up, we have Gambit. Gambit gives you healing over time. You get access to his Spades deck, which you can even do combos with, which you get extra damage in. But mainly, the main ability you have is Flush, which does the anti-heal effect and burst of damage. And the other one is Raise, where you can push people back. So far, my favorite ones are the Daredevil one, which allows you to dash toward enemies. And it resets the dash. I love this one. The Thor one's pretty good, because you get access to this really high damage ability. I think for tanks, I think the Strange Shield one's pretty good. It's got a lot of uses, definitely. And the fact that you can keep on using it is pretty good. The ability you get from Emma is hit or miss, because while you get Diamond Form, which gives you damage reduction and Unstoppable, it's a 30-second cooldown. It's so long. Yeah, I think the Storm one is pretty nutty, because if you play a certain way, you can basically do a whole lot of damage in a short amount of time if you like use all her abilities, basically. And that's all of Rogue's abilities. Let me know what y'all think.